In today's video, we sent 3 designs to be printed in metal with the help of our friends at JLC3DP, and we're going to compare them to traditional FDM 3D prints.
But how does SLM 3D printing actually work? The first thing you need to understand is what SLM means. SLM stands for Selective Layer Melting. This reveals a lot of the process, but to clarify, it works by laying a thin layer of metal powder and shooting it precisely with a laser. By doing this at each layer, you eventually construct the entire object. Ever since Michael and I found out about this technology, we've been super excited to try metal 3D printing, but these machines cost so much money. And when JLC3DP emailed us and asked us to review their service for SLM 3D printing, we were just super excited. So we selected 3 models to 3D print with their service. We first chose our logo, a Benchy, and an articulated whale shark. Although there are more functional things to 3D print, we decided to try these because we believed that they not only test the limits of these machines, but they also are just more fun. I mean, just look at this model for a 3D printed articulated whale shark. I just can't wait to have this model in metal.
Our first 3D print is this metal printed Benchy. It's really nice and it's a very classic 3D print. It cost us around $50 to $70 to 3D print, and it came out really well and very well detailed. When compared to the competitors, JLC3DP does a really good job as they actually price it a lot cheaper than other competitors because they have a lot of 3D printers. Now, when comparing it to the regular FDM 3D printed one, you can see there's some clear differences. Obviously, the color on each one is pretty different and you can have a lot more variation of color in the FDM. However, the metal 3D print is really cool because it's super strong, super sturdy, and definitely way more detailed, as you can tell right here. Look at the layer lines on this one. There's no layer lines at all on the metal 3D print. And the bottom is also a lot more detailed. The text on the bottom looks like this, and the text on the bottom of 3D print looks like this.
As I hinted at earlier, we also 3D printed an articulated whale shark. And as you can see here, it came out perfect. The pieces came out perfect. They're super smooth, and the parts combining each articulated piece didn't break. And I really thought they would. I thought that it was going to arrive and it was just going to come in a few parts. But it's all together and it looks and it plays super well. This just proves that you could basically 3D print anything out of metal with SLM 3D printing.
Now here's the final 3D print we sent. It's our PMP logo because we wanted to see how precise it can be with words. And as you can tell, it did not disappoint. This cost us about $30 to $40 and I think it came out pretty cool. This is what the FDM 3D print looks like, and obviously the biggest difference is color. That's the biggest advantage that FDM 3D printing has over metal 3D printing. When compared to the competitors, printing out in metal for this logo was actually a lot cheaper because, once again, JLC 3D has a lot of 3D printers, so this is actually the cheapest 3D print you can get in metal. I think for metal 3D printing, logos are pretty cool, especially if you have kind of a maker space type vibe with your company.
Compared to their competitors, JLC3DP offers a really affordable price for their products. And also, they're relatively quick, with their shipping being anywhere between 2 to 4 days, and the amount of time it takes to process your order at their manufacturing plant being around 3 days for us. Additionally, they actually have in-house engineers. They double check every 3D model and make sure that it'll be compatible with their SLM 3D printers. Overall, the experience with JLC3DP has been magnificent, and we would highly recommend you all to use their service. If you're interested, click the link below to get your free quote today.
Now here are my final thoughts. I think FDM 3D printing is obviously very valuable, and especially valuable in prototyping. Like if you want to develop a product, you obviously want to print it out first with plastic as it's cheaper. But if you want a finalized product that's very clean and actually strong and durable, you definitely need to print it out in metal. Just because it's really cool, but also very durable and worth printing. It is expensive, but I think with JLC3DP, you guys can get the best of both worlds. You can get the cheapest metal 3D print, but also the highest of quality. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to JLC3DP for sponsoring this video. And remember to click the link down in the description so you guys can get your own discount. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.